Multi-level stenosis can be a common finding on a lumbar MRI report for patients over the age of 60, and it's one of the most difficult to manage at home. If your MRI shows L4, L5 stenosis or L5S1, I would just tell you to go watch my videos that discuss each one for a specific protocol. But what does your chiropractor do when the report shows L3, L4, L4, L5, and L5S1? What stretches do you do that don't conflict, but that can address all the levels? This is a conflict and a concern that a lot of people have, but this video helps to explain it, and I'm going to show you a protocol, and I'm going to show you what to do. 3 stretches, each one chosen because it addresses multiple layers. Watch my video today. My name is Dr. Alykhan Shariff. I'm a local chiropractor in Oshawa, Ontario. My clinic name is Infinite Healing Chiropractic and Wellness Center. And this is a multi-level protocol that I'm going to show you on how it addresses multiple areas in the lumbar spine. But before we do, I'm going to ask you to like this video. I'm going to ask you to subscribe to this video. I'm going to subscribe to this channel, because as you subscribe to the channel, you're going to be notified of other videos that I do. And feel free to leave some comments down. I'm always checking the comments. A nerve root that is compressed at L3, L4, L4, L5, and L5S1 experiences cumulative stenosis and compression load throughout multiple layers, which means for you, you're going to have lower back pain, okay, and higher lower back pain. You're going to also have a decreased recovery time from activities like walking and stuff. It takes you longer to recover. And then the frustration. It's going to affect your mood. It's going to affect your life. It's going to affect your relationships. It's going to affect how you interact with others because you're constantly in pain. And each stenotic level has a clinical significance. L4, L5, well, that's the diameter of the spinal cord that's the smallest and the most narrow. So it can face the greatest cumulative stretch. Then you have L5S1. Well, L5S1 a lot of times can also add another component, which is the piriformis muscle. The piriformis muscle is a muscle in the buttocks where the S1 sciatic nerve actually either pierces that muscle or goes underneath that muscle. And so when that muscle gets extremely tight, that can also impact that nerve as well as be impacted at the stenotic level. Then you have L3, L4. L3, L4 affects the L4 nerve root, and that nerve root, when it gets affected, causes the anterior thigh pain, the tightness, the discomfort. It can also cause knee symptoms too. The challenge for people that have multi-level stenosis is finding the right selection of stretches and the time to do it in. This is an important thing to understand, because if you went and watched my videos and you said, hey, I'm going to do the L4, L5 protocol in the morning. I'm going to do the L5S1 protocol in the evening. I'm also going to add in the L4, L5 protocol for the evening too. That's way too many stretches, way too much time, which we know we're not going to do. We need something that is efficient, that is quick, that is precise, and that gives us clarity on what it's doing and can take care of the concerns. That's what I'm going to show you today. 3 simple stretches that I'm going to show you today that you follow those stretches. It's going to help to address and help you live a healthier life when you're dealing with this multi-level stenotic issue. The 3 stretches in this protocol were chosen specifically because each one addresses 2 or more of the involved levels through a single movement or a brief sequential combination. So, what do I mean by this? Well, let me explain the stretches to you. Let me go through each stretch. First stretch is going to be the double knee to chest with rocking. And that leads to a multi-level protocol for a specific clinical reason, as it provides maximal canal decompression across all the involved areas simultaneously in one single sustained position. So I'm going to show you this video on how to do it, but before I do, let me explain it to you. You're going to have both of your knees to your chest, your hands around your shins, and your lower back flat on the floor. 45 seconds is how long you're going to hold this for. And so again, both knees are at the chest. And then after you held it 45 seconds, you're going to laterally rock 15 times either way. This rocking variation adds the L4, L5 posterior joint mobilization. So now watch this video as I show you how to do this. I'm going to show you today the double knee to chest, static hold with lateral rocking. Okay. So very simple. Basically, You're going to be on your back. You can do this if you're on a mattress, waking up in the morning. You can do this on the floor, on a yoga mat. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to bring both knees to your chest. You're going to be grasping your fingers and you're going to be holding below the knee, and you're going to let gravity do all the work here, breathing in and out, because as gravity does the work, it will bring it closer to your chest. And then a lateral rock, and the lateral rock is not a huge amount, just a gentle rock side to side. See that? I'm not moving a lot, just a little bit of a rock, maybe a couple of centimeters, side. Now, the second stretch is not a single movement. It is a pair of stretches in a particular sequence that addresses the L4, L5, and the L5-S1 area. Now, this stretch, it's one you've heard before. It's one you've probably seen. It's the cat-cow. And the cat-cow motion, when you're doing it, it drives the rhythmic canal opening that is also mobilizing L4, L5. 8 rounds flowing from one position to another, 1 second each position. And I will show you in a video how to do the cat-cow. Now, the lumbar spine is also going to be warmer after you've done this and more mobile, and the L4, L5 tissues are actually cleared at this point. So, immediately following doing those 8 rounds, you transition to a seated figure 4. This now addresses the L5-S1 component that I spoke about earlier and the piriformis muscle. So you'll do the cat-cow, and then from the cat-cow, you will transition right to the figure 4 because the tissues have warmed up. And therefore, the figure 4 achieves a deeper piriformis stress and release than it would if it was a cold stretch and you were doing the first stretch of the morning. This is why we do it in this proper sequence. Now I'm going to show you the cat-cow position. And the cat-cow position, the standard position, doing it for 1 second in the cow, 1 second in the cat position, and alternating between the two. For L4, L5, it's a great stretch to do because it helps with that mechanical pumping you actually create by going rhythmically between the two positions. All that chemical toxin that builds up, the chemical mediators and stuff that cause inflammation, it helps to release that and pump that out. And it's very simple how to do this. Basically, you're going to be on all fours. And if you have knee issues, by all means, use a pillow underneath your knees. And basically, when you go into the cat position, your back is rounded, your chin is tucked, and your tailbone is tucked in. When you go into the cow position, you're going to drop that abdomen. You're going to extend that chin out. And you're just going to go between the two positions 1 second each. Breathing in the cat. Breathing out in the cow. Easy as that. Today I'm going to show you a fantastic stretch that you can do, which helps to relieve the piriformis muscle tension. If your piriformis muscle is hypertonic, if that S1 nerve is being irritated by that muscle. And it's the seated figure 4 piriformis stretch. And Sarah here is going to demonstrate this for us. So basically for this stretch, what you're going to do is you're going to take your knee, your ankle, you're going to put it above your knee, not on top of the knee, and you're going to be sitting straight. And you want to, if you're in a chair, you want to be in a straight back chair. You can do this while you're working at a desk job. You can do this in the morning when you get up, right when you're sitting on the mattress and stuff, on the edge of the mattress. And basically, you want to have your hand on your knee, and your whole motion is going to be at your hips. You're going to lean forward at your hips. At the same time, you're going to put a gentle pressure on your knee down, and you're going to feel that stretch in that piriformis muscle. And this is a fantastic stretch to do. Now let's get to the third stretch. The third stretch is the child's pose position, one of my favorite stretches. And that transitions between two variations though, without ever leaving the floor position. You're going to begin the child's pose with a wide knee stance. So the knees are going to be spread a little significantly wider than the hip width. And the hips are going to be back to the heels, the forehead on the mat, the arms forward. You're going to hold this for 45 seconds. Then, without standing up, you're going to slowly bring the knees back in towards the hip width, and you'll simultaneously turn the feet inward. So the toes point towards each other. And now you'll do the child's pose position again with the head forward, the arms out, and you're going to hold this now for another 45 seconds. So you're going to watch as I show these two variations. I'm going to show you two separate child's pose stretches, each one with each variation. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the child's pose stretch. The child's pose stretch, you're going to be on your knees, but if you have knee issues, feel free to put a pillow underneath your knees. But the variation I'm showing you here is the wide knee child's pose stretch. So basically what that means is that you're going to extend your knees out just a little bit wider than your hips. Once you're in that position, now your hips can go back. Now your hands can drop. And you're going to drop your head. And you're going to feel that nice stretch happening. And this is great for the L4, L5 lateral recess because it helps to open up that L5 nerve area. And it takes that pressure off that nerve. Now what I'd like to show you is the child's pose. And with this child's pose, I'm going to show you it with the toe in. So basically, your knees are going to be aligned with your hips. But if you look here, your toes are going to be pointed inward. Okay. So these toes are pointed inward. And as they're pointed inward, now you're going to drop your hands, drop your head, and feel that nice stretch happening. And you're going to hold that. Now what I'm going to show you is a variation of going between the wide knee as well as the toe in. So start off in your child's pose position. And basically, if you need a pillow, you can put a pillow underneath your knees if you've got knee issues. You go into the wide knee position. So your knees are going to be a little wider than your hips. Once you're in that position, you're going to drop your hands and you're going to drop your head and you're going to feel that nice stretch around the L4, L5 area. And it's going to take that pressure off the L5 nerve root. Then, once you've done holding this stretch, you will then come up and bring your knees in, align with your hips, but your toes are now going to be pointed inward. And as your toes are pointed inward, same thing. Drop, head down, and stretch, and feel that. And you're going to hold that. And then you're going to alternate between the two. Toes in, knees out. So knees out, knees back in, then toes in. Alternate between the two, and that's a great stretch, targeting L4, L5, the L5 nerve root, as well as L5S1 sacrum. So to review, the double knee to chest with extended rocking. So it's 45 seconds plus 15 rocks. The next one is going to be the cat-cow, then flowing right into the figure 4. You'll do 8 rounds of the cat-cow, and then you'll move into the figure 4, and you'll hold that 30 seconds on each side. And the third one is the child's pose. And you're going to start off with a wide knee, and then you're going to move into a toe in. 45 seconds one way, 45 seconds the other way. 3 stretches. That's all I'm showing you. 3 simple stretches. These 3 stretches work on all the levels that we just spoke about earlier simultaneously and provide meaningful symptomatic management and a better daily starting routine for you so you can get through your day and enjoy your day without putting an overload of stress on those areas. Multi-level stenosis involves arthritic changes. Disc degeneration is occurring, could be occurring. Ligamentum flavum could be thickening in your body. As well, you could also be getting facet joint hypertrophy. That could be occurring, and bone spurs. So all these areas could be occurring simultaneously in your lumbar spine. That's why I'm showing you one protocol, 3 stretches. Do it every day. So if your MRI shows multiple levels, your protocol should help you address multiple levels. And that's what we're doing today. So follow this stretching routine. It will make a difference for you. My name is Dr. Alykhan Shariff. I'm going to ask you to like this video, subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to keep on throwing out more content that's going to help educate you. My clinic name is Infinite Healing Chiropractic and Wellness Center, and I'm located in Oshawa, Ontario. Looking forward to seeing you in my next video.